Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Casper the Friendly Ghost, aka Casper Network. And I have a very interesting thing to talk about. It's enterprise grade adoption. I do think that Casper is spearheading enterprise grade adoption right now. I think that with a lot of what they are trying to build out and what they have in store for us going into 2023 and the entire rest of 2023, I think is going to be very exciting. You got to remember Casper 2.0 is launching in the first quarter of this year. We have blockchain Davos happening as well. There's a lot happening around Casper that's very exciting. Now, also, for all those Casper holders out there that are watching these videos, maybe you guys watch my other videos, if you aren't subscribed, definitely check and see if you are, because if you do enjoy the content, if you do learn something by the end of this video, maybe you find the content interesting, whatever the case may be, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on to never miss a future update on Casper videos or any other videos that I do post. And also, if you are a Casper holder, definitely smash that like button and comment down below what you think one Casper should be worth. Now we're going to start with Casper stats here. So we're nearing the 100,000 Casper holders. And have you noticed how long this is taking? A lot of people could look at this as a negative thing. Oh, well, we're still not at 100,000 holders. Like, what is going on? Why is it taking so long? Well, in my opinion, I think that this is a great way to spotlight just how early we are, and also how big Casper will eventually be. I think that this will change once we do see a major price change. Right now, we're sitting under 3 cents. I've been watching the price range for Casper to see if we will be able to buy at 2 cents. You guys know me. I have a heavy buy order down there. I will definitely share on Twitter and also in the free Discord, which could be found in the description as well as in the comments below. I will be sharing it in the Discord and on Twitter, my buy orders when I buy and all that kind of stuff. So definitely check both of those platforms out. But I do think that going forward, this is going to be one of those tokens that does shock a lot of people eventually. And I also think that this is a token that is extremely overlooked. Shout out to the X Frontier, which, by the way, the X Frontier has a ton of Casper information over on his Twitter. I mean, you guys can scroll through it all day long. But in this post here, we are seeing a very large accomplishment around the enterprise blockchain area. So we do see, first, hats off to these ladies. Amazing to see brilliant and powerful women disrupting technology in the way we do business, accomplishing largest enterprise blockchain deployment in history, 25 million plus patents NFTs on Casper. And here you have the largest enterprise blockchain deployment in history, minting 25 million plus patent NFTs on Casper. This is with IPW and as well as Hyperledger and also Linux, which is very interesting. But yeah, pay attention to IPW and Hyperledger. These are two big names. Maybe Hyperledger is one that you guys are common with or familiar with, I should say. It's a very common name in this game for enterprise grade adoption. But IPW, a lot of people think that IPW is nothing, to even mention. I want you guys to realize just how big IPW will be. I've made multiple videos on it. I've talked about it multiple times on this channel. IPW is no joke. They are a big bridge to the enterprise grade sector for Casper through tokenization and NFTs. I really do think that IPW is a name everyone should be watching. And also, you should be researching them because they are a big piece of the puzzle for enterprise grade adoption. Now, also with this, smart contracts. Smart contracts on Casper is a big game changer. We've talked about it many times on this channel. It's probably, I probably sound like a broken record whenever I do talk about smart contracts with Casper, but we do see smart contracts can be used to create and manage digital tokens that represent assets. The use of smart contracts in tokenization helps to, 1, increase efficiency and transparency, and 2, make it easier to track and transfer ownership. A tokenized economy is an economy in which digital tokens are used to represent ownership of assets or to facilitate transactions. Tokenization involves the use of smart contracts to create and manage digital tokens. And we recently just talked about the opportunity around tokenization. Anything that can be, will be. That's the overall motto of tokenization. Real estate. Real estate is the big picture. You guys know me, I love real estate. Listen, I think that real estate is a market where financial freedom and passive income opportunities are vast. But besides that, tokenization will open the door for mass adoption of the real estate market. You might think to yourself, Nick, real estate's already massively adopted. In terms of investments, it's not. There's a lot of things locking the general public out of real estate. For example, go and try to get a loan, or maybe you're trying to pay in cash, whatever it is. Down payments alone on some properties is substantial. A lot of the general public cannot afford to invest in real estate. Now imagine tokenizing the global real estate market worth $326+ trillion and having individuals being able to invest as little as $10 into real estate. That's what tokenization does. Fractionalization is a big aspect, and honestly, I would argue that fractionalization is a big opportunity around tokenization that pushes the boundaries to major mass adoption beyond the means of what anybody can expect around real estate. It's a game changer. Imagine being able to own, 1/10 of an apartment complex that's worth, $1 million. That's what's happening. That's the game changer around tokenization. And this is just one market example. Now, also, we talk about, again, enterprises. Because a lot of these networks, like Casper, like Hedera, like many other ones as well, they focus on enterprise. The future of smart contract adoption for enterprises. This goes all the way back to December 3rd. Oops, I just clicked on her name, sorry. Smart contracts capable of handling complex computations while ensuring a level of privacy are the future for enterprise adoption. Centralized finance markets may have cooled down over the past year, but the technology powering these applications continues to advance. In particular, smart contract platforms that enable transactions to take place across DeFi applications are maturing to meet enterprise requirements. The best part about this is that Casper is specifically developed and designed for the enterprise-grade area. I actually do see down here that we do see I've previously worked with large enterprises that would want to conduct DeFi use cases like post-trade settlement on a blockchain network. When I was building those enterprise applications, I would only put the most important pieces of information on chain. This would allow smart contracts to perform efficiently without having to do heavy computation on chain. But things are changing. Things are evolving. Enterprise-grade needs are changing. And the biggest thing is privacy. Now, why do I bring this up? Let's go over here. So this is a thread of 10 tweets from Casper. When you see blockchain plays an important role in storing transactions and occurrences, allowing individuals to review and verify data while maintaining information security. These are the top upcoming decentralization trends to keep an eye on. Storage. Blockchain-based data storage services will steal the spotlight from cloud storage, as they will be decentralized and distributed across hundreds of nodes. NFTs. NFTs are increasingly used to validate ownership around copyrights, trademarks, and even the preservation of moral rights to ownership. While NFTs are not a replacement for legal validity, they provide a more efficient and traceable solution. dApps. A blockchain-based e-commerce industry may eliminate consumer concerns about scams, personal data breach, and identity theft. And there's so much more to this. But online data privacy is a big one as well. All of these things around this are centered on what Casper is focused on. And there's a lot to this. I'm not going to read all of them, but I just wanted to read the first initial ones. Because a lot of this is what we see happening around crypto. We're seeing the next frontier of the internet being developed and designed before our eyes. We also do see down here patents. This is the one with IPv. So the security and transparency of intellectual property will significantly improve through blockchain. Casper Labs and IPv have partnered to build a chain of custody solution to store, secure, and trace patent data. Like I said, pay attention to IPv. They only have 4,000 followers. right? But they are already seeing major adoption of their services with over 1,000 members in less than a year. Insane. Absolutely insane. And there's so much more happening with IPWE. It's funny that we see the X Frontier here, actually. He's quoting this. For an example, we do see blockchain-based services are already impacting data and digital asset security. And here you guys have this post from Casper. And we do see intellectual properties and an invaluable asset class in today's rapidly moving global innovation ecosystem. A 2020 report has revealed that 90% of the market value of the S&P 500 accounted for intangible assets, such as patents. Casper Secure COC Plus IPWE Global Patent Registry. Again, IPWE is a big key to it all. I want you guys to realize how big of a game changer IPWE's partnership with Casper actually is. And also, we're already seeing a ton of the crypto companies trying to aim to build trust within their future products and services to allow for mass adoption from the enterprise-grade sector. This is why I focus on the networks and the projects that are already ahead of the game. Because again, a lot of the enterprise and even the financial institutional grade sector are kind of worried and scared of crypto right now, and blockchain. They're worried about the next FTX or so. But has that stopped them from adopting into some of these projects? No. In fact, in 2022 alone, we started to see a big jump from enterprises and companies. And it's only a matter of time before we start to see mass adoption yet again. And what's crazy about it all is that when we look at what's happening around the banking sector as well with tokenization, going back to that initial statement around tokenization, we do see asset tokenization, the next frontier for partnerships and banking, ? And here you guys have, so let me open this up in a new tab. So here you guys have banks explore asset tokenization. And this goes back all the way to 2019. We started to see a few of the major ones. These were for syndicated loan and real estate. And then we also seen coverage bonds, security token registry on Ethereum. Most of this is on Ethereum. We all know Ethereum is extremely inefficient for a lot of this. But we do see over here, again, tokenized bonds yet again. A lot of this is centered on like bonds. We also do see Euro stablecoins in general, tokenization of, yet again, real estate. This is Red Swan, which we've actually talked about. They actually have a partnership with Hedera. I've talked about it many times on this channel. And there's so much more tokenization here, and it's all centered on tokenizing securities, real estate, bonds. I mean, anything that you can think about, it is going to be fully tokenized. And there's so much more. And in 2022 alone, right? So in 2022 alone, if you go back to the top here, there was 1, 2, 3, 4 major entities jumping into the game of tokenization around crypto. But HSBC, JP Morgan, and a few other major players, I don't even think that this is showing all of them, because there was another bank, DB. I forgot what the name of it. I think it was I forgot the name, but they partnered with Hedera actually, and they were in a partnership with JP Morgan actually, which is funny. They were working with JP Morgan on tokenization of they wanted to build out a tokenization DeFi platform. Very similar to what we're actually seeing over here with HSBC, where they're launching a DLT-based bond tokenization platform. There's so much more to this that's just not being reported on this graph, and it all happened in 2022. But now we're in 2023. What do you think is going to happen going forward now? Do you think that this is going to slow down? Absolutely not. In my opinion, I think that we're going to see an ignited move towards asset tokenization in the banking scene, in the institutional grade scene, and also in the real estate scene. I think that's going to continue to bleed and flow into major other areas. And I do think that's going to be networks like Casper that have an upper hand, because again, I don't think that Ethereum is suitable for a lot of these use cases. We already know the problems that plague Ethereum through NFTs and tokenization in general. And I do think that this is what's going to bring a lot of adoption to these networks like Casper, which in store will also provide a lot of value to these assets. But it's also centered on the enterprise grade scene, because I do think that with tokenization, with the right amount of tokenization, and again, smart contract efficiencies, I really think that it's going to allow for the next frontier of enterprise grade adoption to take place. And I think that it's all starting with a few of these things, like patents. I think that the patents are great. I think that this is a huge use case that gets overlooked in this space. Not enough people are paying attention to the IPv partnership with Casper, and I do think that if you are a Casper holder, you should 100% be looking at this and understanding how big of an opportunity this is around many industries, but also pay attention to what IPv is doing, because remember my video from, it must have been like 2 months back now, where I was talking about a partnership that IPv actually had that we didn't know was connected to Casper, and it was for Fortune 500 use cases. This is why we all need to start looking into everything around IPv and around the partnerships of Casper, because it's a domino effect, very similar to what I say with Hedera, with Ripple, with XRP, and even Hedera, and so many other major networks and projects that I do talk about on this channel. But with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.